Okay, you're ready for tier 2. Tier 2 is made up of identical rectangles that move this way across the fabric. And the last thing we did was work one stitch and slip it to the left hand needle. We're now going to turn our work and switch colors. So for the color change, I'm going back to Sunshine. You can do a different color every tier, but I like the way it kind of looks woven when you use two alternating colors, one for the every other tier. So I have one stitch left on my needle. I'm going to grab my Sunshine yarn. The first thing I'm going to do is pick up and knit 9 stitches down this side. So we've already got the first stitch, and I'm looking for the best place to get in here. So we need one more stitch. So I'm going to just go right there, pick up that stitch that I just worked. Oops, if I can. There we go. So that's one. Make sure I'm not knitting with my tail. 2, 3. Oh, the sun's coming out. Oh, just kidding. It went behind a cloud as quickly as it came. Ooh, and it's back. It's going to be an interesting day. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'm actually going to grab, make sure you can see it, this guy right here, but I'm trying only to get the yellow. Well, hold that out of the way. There we go. So I ended up holding the white out of the way so that I could pick up the last stitch. So I have my original stitch, the white, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stitches, or off-white I should say, and 9 stitches in Sunshine. Okay, so I picked up, I'm going to slip my last stitch back to the left hand needle. I say back, but that's not where it came from. And I'm going to slip, slip, knit. Okay. Now I'm going to turn my work and purl 10. Remember I told you to look for the patterns in the work so you can kind of get into the groove of how to make each section. For this one, what we're going to be doing is we're always going to be purling 10 on the wrong side. And on the right side, we're always going to be slipping 1, knitting 8, slip, slip, knit. Okay. So you see that triangle starting to take some shape and really looking like a corner now. And I think I showed you on the wrong side, but these rectangles are actually going to move in this direction, so the stitches are going to look like these. So it actually will look like it goes, the different colors go over and under each other as you finish. Okay. So slip 1, knit 8, and you don't even have to count because you know you're going to slip, slip, knit 1 yellow and 1 white, and that's what's going to join them. So you can just kind of work this, watching for that transition. There we go. That looks a little wonky. We can kind of mess with that stitch there. You will notice that along the edges, it's a little bit raised, and that just gives it more of that illusion that I was talking about. And of course, blocking can straighten out almost anything that you don't like. Oops. There we go. For this particular project, you probably only need to work 1 row, 1 base triangles, 1 tier 1 and 1 tier 2. all the way across your work, and that will probably give you what you're looking for in terms of length. If you're working another project, you may want to repeat tier 1 and tier 2, not the base triangles, but the tiers. And you can do that as many times as you want until your work reaches however long you want it to be. And then once it gets long enough, you would do the last tier that I'm going to show you, which are the final triangles. And of course, you know you're done with this section when there are no more white stitches and you need to pick up again. So for every section after the first one, you'll need to pick up 10 stitches. You only pick up 9 the first time because you start with 1 on the needle. And if you ever forget to slip knit, you will end up with a gaping hole right here. It'll be really easy to see that you missed that. And so you'll know to go right back and fix it. Alright, and slipping gives you a nice row of stitches to pick up there for the next round, or next tier. I'm going to stop right there. You're going to work these all the way across until you have no more stitches to pick up. So in this case, I would pick up my stitches here, I would pick up my stitches here, and I would even be able to work them, picking them up here.